Do you ever feel like managing your health, especially blood sugar and that stubborn bit of weight around the middle, just gets harder the older we get? It's like you try everything, eat reasonably well, stay active when you can, but those numbers on the scale or the glucose monitor just don't budge the way they used to. That constant worry about your blood sugar spiking or feeling self-conscious about your waistline can really take a toll, can't it? It limits what you feel comfortable eating, how much energy you have, even what clothes you feel good in. It's a frustrating reality for so many of us over 60. But what if there was a surprisingly simple natural addition you could make to your diet that could offer some real support in these areas? Something readily available, inexpensive, and easy to incorporate in this video. We're going to talk all about one particular leaf that many are finding helpful. We'll explore why it might work and how you can start using it today. So watch to the end for something that will surprise you about this simple ingredient. Let's dive right in and talk about this remarkable leaf that could be a game changer. We're talking about curry leaves. Now, you might know curry leaves from cooking, perhaps in Indian or Sri Lankan dishes, where they're often added to hot oil at the beginning of cooking to release their aromatic flavor. But beyond their wonderful culinary use, these humble leaves have a long history in traditional practices for their potential health benefits, particularly related to metabolic health, which is so important as we get older. For years, people have used them, often chewing the fresh leaves, with the belief that they could help manage blood sugar levels. It's fascinating how ancient wisdom often points towards natural remedies that modern science is now starting to explore. So, why curry leaves? How could a simple leaf potentially help with something as complex as blood sugar management and that persistent belly fat? Well, it comes down to the unique compounds found within these leaves. They contain a variety of antioxidants, vitamins, and plant compounds. While research is ongoing, and we shouldn't see this as a miracle cure or a replacement for medical advice and treatment from your doctor, particularly for conditions like diabetes, there's growing interest in how these compounds might interact with our bodies. One area researchers are looking at is how compounds in curry leaves might affect insulin activity. Insulin is like the key that unlocks your cells to let glucose sugar from your bloodstream in for energy. Sometimes, especially as we age or carry extra weight, our cells become less responsive to insulin. This is called insulin resistance. When this happens, sugar stays in the blood, leading to higher blood sugar levels. Some studies suggest that certain compounds in curry leaves might help improve insulin sensitivity. Think of it like making that key work a little bit better, helping sugar get into your cells where it belongs, rather than pooling in your blood. This isn't a strong medicine, of course, but a gentle nudge in the right direction. Like adding supportive players to your body's team. Another way they might help with blood sugar is through fiber content. Like most plant matter, curry leaves contain fiber. Fiber is fantastic because it helps slow down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream after you eat. Instead of a rapid spike, you get a more gradual release, which is much gentler on your system and helps avoid those sharp highs and subsequent crashes. This steady release of energy can also help you feel more stable throughout the day. Now, what about that stubborn belly fat? This is often linked to metabolic health and inflammation. While curry leaves aren't a magic weight loss bullet, their potential effects on blood sugar and insulin could indirectly help when blood sugar is better managed and insulin is working more effectively. Your body is less likely to store excess energy as fat, especially around the middle, which is often metabolically active fat, visceral fat. Furthermore, some traditional uses and preliminary studies also point towards curry leaves having properties that might aid digestion and improve metabolism slightly. A well-functioning digestive system and a healthy metabolism are key components in managing weight effectively as we age. It's not just about the compounds, it's also about the holistic effect of adding nutrient-dense plants to your diet. Swapping out less healthy options or simply adding something so packed with goodness contributes to overall better health. Think about it. Adding a few curry leaves to your meal adds vitamins like vitamin A, B, C, and E, as well as minerals like calcium and iron, and those beneficial antioxidants. These aren't just good for blood sugar and weight. They support your immune system, your skin, your eyes, and just about every function in your body. It's a simple way to boost the nutritional value of your everyday meals without a lot of fuss. So, how can you actually start using this leaf? The simplest way, and one often mentioned in traditional practices, is to chew 6-8 fresh curry leaves first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Yes, just chew them up and swallow them with a glass of water. The taste is quite unique, slightly citrusy, a little nutty, maybe a tiny bit bitter, but not unpleasant. It might take a day or two to get used to, but many people find it easy to incorporate into their morning routine, just like taking a supplement. The idea is that chewing releases the compounds directly, allowing for quick absorption. If chewing leaves isn't for you, don't worry. There are plenty of other delicious ways to get them into your diet. As mentioned, they are a staple in South Asian cooking. The most common method is tempering, where you heat oil or ghee in a small pan. Add mustard seeds, cumin seeds, maybe some asafoetida or chili, and then add the curry leaves. When the leaves hit the hot oil, they release their incredible aroma and flavor. This tempered mixture is then poured over cooked dishes like lentil soups, dal, vegetable stir-fries, rice dishes, or even yogurt-based sides. This method infuses the entire dish with the leaves' goodness and flavor. Another easy way is to simply add them to your cooking like any other herb. Throw a few fresh leaves into soups, stews, or curries while they're simmering. You can add them to vegetable sautés, egg dishes, or even blend them into chutneys or dips. The heat helps release their flavor and compounds. Just remember to add them relatively early in the cooking process if you want their flavor to permeate the dish. If you want a milder flavor and perhaps retain more heat-sensitive compounds, you could stir them in closer to the end, though tempering is traditionally preferred for flavor release. For those who prefer not to deal with fresh leaves, dried curry leaves are also available. While fresh is often considered more potent and flavorful, dried leaves still contain beneficial compounds and can be added to dishes. You might need to use a few more dried leaves than fresh to get a similar effect. You can add them directly to simmering dishes, or even crush them into a powder to sprinkle over food or mix into smoothies, although the taste might be quite strong in a smoothie. Speaking of powder, you can also find curry leaf powder. This is made from dried and ground leaves. It's very convenient and can be easily added to foods, mixed with water, or even put into capsules if you prefer. Just be sure to source pure powder without additives. While convenient, some believe that the process of drying and powdering might slightly reduce the potency compared to fresh leaves, but it's still a viable option for incorporating them regularly. The key, regardless of the method, is consistency, like any dietary change. The potential benefits are likely to be seen with regular, consistent use over time, not just once in a while. Now, you might be wondering about sourcing fresh curry leaves. If you have an Indian or Asian grocery store nearby, they almost always carry fresh curry leaves. They look like small, glossy green leaves growing in clusters on a stem. They have a distinct, lovely fragrance when you crush one slightly between your fingers. If you can't find fresh locally, you can often order them online from specialty stores. And if you have a green thumb and live in a suitable climate or have a sunny spot indoors, you can even try growing your own curry leaf plant. They are beautiful plants, and having fresh leaves right at your fingertips is incredibly convenient. When using fresh leaves, give them a gentle wash under cool water before using them, just as you would with any other herb or vegetable from the market. If you buy a bunch, you can store the unused portion in the refrigerator, wrapping the stems in a damp paper towel and placing the bunch in a sealed container or plastic bag can help keep them fresh for a week or even 2. Some people even freeze fresh leaves. Although the texture changes slightly when thawed, they can still be used in cooking where the texture isn't as critical. Let's think about incorporating this into your daily routine. If you decide to try chewing fresh leaves, maybe set out a small dish with your morning supplements or next to your water glass as a visual reminder. If you prefer cooking with them, plan a few meals each week that traditionally use curry leaves, like a simple lentil dal or a vegetable stir-fry. Or get creative and add them to dishes you already make, like sprinkling them into your scrambled eggs in the morning, adding a few to chicken or fish dishes. or even incorporating them into homemade bread or savory muffins. The mild, aromatic flavor complements many different foods. Remember, adding curry leaves is about supporting your body, not replacing medical treatment. If you have diabetes or any other health condition, it is absolutely essential to continue following your doctor's advice, taking your prescribed medications, and sticking to the dietary and lifestyle recommendations they've given you. Think of curry leaves as a beneficial dietary addition, a natural way to potentially enhance your existing healthy habits. They are not a cure, but they can be a wonderful, simple piece of the puzzle in managing your metabolic health as part of a balanced diet and active lifestyle. We've talked about how the compounds in curry leaves might help with insulin sensitivity and blood sugar absorption, and how this can indirectly support weight management, including that tricky belly fat. We've explored different ways to use them, from chewing fresh leaves to cooking with them in various forms. The beauty of this is its simplicity and accessibility. You don't need fancy equipment or expensive supplements, just a handful of these fragrant leaves. Now, let's delve a little deeper into some of the other potential benefits that make curry leaves such a valuable addition, especially for those of us over 60. Beyond blood sugar and weight support, these leaves are a powerhouse of antioxidants. Antioxidants are crucial because they help fight off damage from unstable molecules called free radicals in our bodies. This damage is linked to aging and many chronic diseases. By including antioxidant-rich foods like curry leaves in your diet, you're helping to protect your cells and tissues, which is vital for maintaining health and vitality as you get older. Think of antioxidants as little protectors for your body's building blocks. Curry leaves also contain anti-inflammatory compounds. Chronic low-level inflammation in the body is another factor linked to many age-related health issues, including heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Foods that help reduce inflammation are like a soothing balm for your internal systems. Adding curry leaves regularly might contribute to lowering this inflammatory burden, supporting overall wellness, and potentially reducing the risk of developing some of these age-related conditions. It's about creating a less stressed environment within your body. Digestive health is another area where curry leaves have traditionally been used and may offer benefits. They are believed to help with indigestion, bloating, and other digestive discomforts. A healthy gut is so fundamental to overall health. It affects everything from nutrient absorption to our immune system and even our mood. Supporting your digestion with natural ingredients like curry leaves can make a real difference in how you feel day to day, helping you absorb the goodness from your food more effectively and reducing uncomfortable symptoms. This is especially important as digestive function can sometimes slow down slightly with age. Let's talk a bit more practically about using them in cooking. When you add curry leaves to hot oil or ghee, you'll notice they crackle and release their fragrance quite quickly. This is called tempering or tadka in Indian cooking. It's a simple technique but transforms the flavor of a dish. You don't need a lot. Just 8-10 leaves for a pot of soup or a vegetable dish is often enough. You can experiment with the quantity to find what you like. Remember, the flavor is distinct. So start with a smaller amount if you're new to them. If you're adding them directly to a simmering dish like a stew, you can add them at the beginning, along with other aromatics like onions and garlic, or partway through. They soften as they cook, and you can either leave them in the dish to be eaten along with everything else. They are perfectly edible. Though sometimes the stems can be a bit fibrous, or you can remove the stem and leaves before serving if you prefer. Many people just eat them as part of the dish. One of the lovely things about incorporating something like curry leaves is how it connects you to traditional practices and the wisdom of using whole, natural foods. In many cultures, food is seen not just as sustenance, but as medicine, and ingredients are valued for their health-promoting properties as much as their flavor. Adding curry leaves isn't just adding a nutrient, it's connecting to a lineage of healthy eating that understands the power of plants. It can feel empowering to take these simple, natural steps to support your well-being. Think about the cumulative effect. If you start chewing a few leaves each morning, or make it a habit to add them to your lunch or dinner a few times a week, those small, consistent actions add up. They contribute a steady stream of beneficial compounds, fiber, and antioxidants to your body over time. It's not about drastic changes or restrictive diets. It's about smart, simple additions that build a stronger foundation for your health This gentle approach is often much more sustainable and enjoyable in the long run, especially as we get older and prefer steady habits over yo-yo dieting or complicated health regimens. What about the surprise I mentioned? You might be thinking that something with these potential benefits must be expensive or hard to find. But the surprising truth is that curry leaves are incredibly accessible and affordable in many places. If you live near an area with a South Asian population, chances are you can find a big bunch of fresh curry leaves for just $1 or $2. Even online sources offer them at reasonable prices. This isn't a costly health trend. It's a simple, humble ingredient that offers significant potential value for very little cost. That accessibility makes it a truly practical addition for almost anyone. Now, let's bring it all together. We've explored how adding this simple leaf, curry leaves, to your diet might offer support for managing blood sugar and tackling that challenging belly fat. Especially for those of us over 60, we discussed the potential mechanisms, from improving insulin sensitivity and slowing sugar absorption due to fiber, to their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. We covered practical ways to use them, whether by chewing fresh leaves, adding them to cooking, or using dried leaves or powder. Remember, making small, positive changes to your diet can have a surprisingly big impact on your health and how you feel every day. Adding curry leaves is one such small, simple step that could contribute significantly to your metabolic health and overall well-being. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. And incorporating natural supports like this can be a gentle yet powerful way to take charge of your health journey. Don't underestimate the power of these natural ingredients that have been used for generations. Give curry leaves a try in the way that feels easiest for you. Whether it's chewing a few in the morning or adding them to your favorite comforting soup, be patient and consistent. And notice how you feel over time. Every little bit helps in building a healthier, more vibrant life. We'd love to hear from you. Have you ever used curry leaves before? Do you have a favorite way to incorporate them into your cooking? Or are you planning to give them a try after watching this? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your ideas could help others in our community. If you found this information helpful and encouraging, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who could benefit from these simple health tips. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, focused on helping you live your best, healthiest life at every age. Thank you for watching. Take these simple steps. Be kind to yourself and keep embracing the journey to better health. Live your best life at every age.